Well, hello and welcome to NXG Markets. Well, this is Mohsen Ismail, and today we are going to speak about another week of how it's going to be with Forex online trading. So, if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. If this is your first time that you're watching this video, please subscribe, turn on the bell icon so that you get updated every week to exactly what happens or what is happening and what might happen in this beautiful industry of Forex online trading. So, without wasting a lot of time, let's begin with what we generally do, and that is fundamentals. When we talk about the fundamentals, as we see over here, this week we don't have a lot of news in terms of being very important. We do have unemployment claims and flash manufacturing PMI on Thursday. However, on a Monday, when the market is going to start tomorrow, we don't have any news. So what can be a possibility is something that we will look into it from the technical aspect. However, then on Tuesday or Wednesday, not much of important news except for the Thursday. Like I said, on a Friday, then there is news for core durable goods orders and the durable goods order month on month. Now, so this week, as we know, which fundamentally may not be that strong in terms of the economic calendar. However, there is something that I want you to, and in this video, we always try to cover not just the fundamental aspect from the economic calendar point of view, but we also try to discuss and understand what are the other global events that can impact Forex. Yes, and especially gold. And this is which brings me to a lot of news that we try to analyze about what is happening in Syria. Now, we really recently we came to know that Israel has attacked Syria. Now, the reason why this is so important for us to understand is because, as we see, even prior to this, was when Israel was having a war with Iran. What was the fluctuation that was happening on gold? And of course, the dollar index included, right? However, now is which we see that Israel has attacked Syria. Now, if you go through our previous videos, you will understand what exactly where we are connecting the dots to. Why is because if you look at Israel and the forum that it is working on and everybody knows about the plan for the greater Israel. Yes, and when we consider that, this is where it matters the most, because when Israel has extended its border through Syria, then the very next country, which is very powerful, can become a target, which can be and might be Turkey. Okay. Well, this video is just on the educational purpose. It is not some predictions that we are trying to give you, not at all, nothing of that sort. However, when we look at this area, what is exactly happening, and the way we analyze it is where we come with this understanding of what might happen, for which we have to prepare ourselves. That is the only intention behind that, so that with our preparation, we can analyze and decide as to which side the market might flow and have our positions intact for that. Right. Now, this is something that we need to keep in mind. Okay. And I believe in this coming months and 2025 to 2027, for all the long-term perspectives, I think this can be a very crucial time for everybody who wants to get into Forex trading. And this can be one of the best opportunity for you, is because the market is where it can give you a lot of fluctuation based on the global events that can happen. And so is with the war news. War is not getting. Earlier it was Iran, Gaza. We had a Ukraine war happening. Then there was Israel, Gaza, Israel, Iran. Now it is Israel, Syria. So the war is always just going on, which gives us an indication of how the market might react to all these sentiments that we're looking at in the forex industry. Now, how would this impact technically is something that we will understand on the technical aspect, which I want you to certainly concentrate, because this is something where we are going to cover this particular week as to what might happen. And that is why it makes it more very important for everyone to consider and understand what exactly are we talking about. Yes. Now, because this is a weekly, we will understand the weekly and the daily aspect of it. And of course, we will go on to the 4 hours too. Right. However, these are the ranges that we have understood, and which I want you to also keep in mind, because these are the ranges that you have to understand from the technical point of view. Now, what are those? Now, if we look at this week, the last week that happened, yeah, we did in the previous videos, we have spoken about these 2 weeks as well. We have spoken about this thing as well, and how things from where it came, and how what can we expect. And the market is exactly, and if we spoke about this trend line, if you look at this trend line, you know, the market has exactly last week reacted according to the trend line and gone up and touched again to this level of 3311 or 12, which is a very, very good point for people who wants to consider buying position. Market did come down, went up back again, and it reached onto this level. Now, if you look at this, why this is important to understand is because the market has been, hovering around this space of 3355, 3350, 3345 segment. Yes. So, and the market has closed on 3349.78. So on Monday is something that we will understand as to what might happen. Now we have to consider this is, if you look at this high of 3374, yes, and the previous of 3366. Now, what we understand by this is, because Monday there is no special news, the Monday it's going to be completely technical, and 90% of the possibility is Monday is the day when market generally starts with a gap up or a gap down. So this is what we are expecting here as well, which you might have to look into, that the market might start with a gap up of around about 3369 or 3366. Okay. Might start with a gap up. Okay. And then it will come down further towards this trend line. Now, this is where the game begins, because just like the last week, we saw that the market going high as well, and market reaching low as well, with the range bound thing that happened. And everybody, some of the traders got confused as well. Some of the traders might have got washed out as well, right? And we always say this, that you have to understand as to how the trend is reacting, based on which you can make your decisions, which can be beneficial for you. Correct. Now, so this week, after the market rises higher from 3366 to 3370, don't consider this as a buying option for you directly. Okay. I always say this, that you have to make this thing mentally prepared. You have to be mentally prepared not to make any decisions in haste, rather wait, because the market is going to be on 24 hours. And in that, even if you get 1 minute of that time where you can open the trade at the right time, that is the trade that you should be looking for. And that is the trade that will give you profit. Yes. So once it touches down there to between 266, 2366 to 2365 to 2370, let it come down, because then the market will certainly try to come down and test this particular trend line, which is so very important as discussed in the previous videos as well. Okay, now this is where if it crosses below this, then you have a very good buy position. So all the understanding over here is, of course, the best of the positions in gold as of now, considering the war situations, considering the fundamental aspect, will always certainly be buy. However, from where is it that you're going to take this long position is what matters. And this is your first plays of 3311 or 3312 to 3310 being one of a very good point where you can buy. And then you have going down below at 3282 again being a very strong buying positions somewhere there, right? And this being as 3274 between 3282 to 3274 can be a very good buying position for you. And if it falls further from there, then you have a long way to go. And this is where you can open up a sell position and understand and close it at around 3177. And for all the swing traders, you have got very good buy position over here at 3180, 3282, and of course 3312 being a very good buy positions. Now, if we consider the sell position, we are still open with the earlier one. Of course, to begin with, the first one itself, when it starts on a Monday between 3365 to 3375, can be one of the best of the sell positions for you if you're considering that. And rest of the things are still open with 3397, because if the market crosses this 3375 mark, then there is a possibility then it will certainly try to test the 3397, where you can till then you can buy and of course sell from here. We have another selling positions, a supply zone at 3437 and 3502 being the all-time high so far. So these are the levels that we are trying to understand from this point of view. And this might happen on a daily basis on a Monday, like we said, that the market might start with a gap up with 33, somewhere around about 3360, and might give you this wick up to 3374, or maybe just fall down below that to test the trend line. And this is where you will make your decisions accordingly of whatever we have discussed in the weekly that I said that might go throughout the week, right? Now, whenever you're making any kind of decisions in terms of trading, make sure that you apply your risk management, your risk reward ratio, which is very, very important. As you see over here now, this gap, unless and until this gap has to be filled in and touched, and that is when you can get a very good buy position towards the 3397 mark, which might happen very soon, provided the war situations is the same or becomes worse than what is exactly happening. Yes. Now that's all I have for you for this week of technical analysis of what might happen this week. So please trade safe and enjoy your life. Well, hit the bell icon and subscribe. We'll see you soon again. Thank you.